my favorite reunion of the seasons, obviously you and Stassi back together. You know, why was it important for you to bring her back into the mix? Obviously, everything that happened after Vanderpump Rules. Did you maintain this relationship over the years, and why was she the perfect person to bring on board?
Well, I love having somebody to play with. I don't want to be, you know, the boss all the time. It's fun to have somebody to banter with, and I can't really be as casual with my staff as I would be with a friend, so to speak. I think we didn't have a scene there where I say, you know, how do you feel to be back? And I think she said I never wanted to leave. I'm not sure if that's still in there. It was very poignant as well, because it was a sign of the times and her actions. But I'm a great believer, and I feel the world is changing again, our attitudes. I'm a great believer. I hate this cancellation policy. I hate the fact that they expect people to be exemplary and not make mistakes. And, you know, I grew up, I got married at 21. I was quite mature for my age, even buying my own house without any help from anybody at 19, 20, well, flat, apartment, and then getting married very young. But we all make mistakes. We do. And if a lot of our lives were on television up for, you know, public kind of speculation, I'm not saying we'd all get it right. So she did something that was totally inappropriate, and it was not the way, and she learned from it. And I really felt, in a way, but it was a sign of the times, and I understood why they did it, I would have rather kept her, chastised her, and let her learn from her mistakes. But I've always been about that, really.
Did you ever have conversations where you said, I want to bring her back, I want to see this play out on the show? Were you kind of in, you know, everybody's ear about that?
It was a very difficult position for me because I wasn't consulted. Now, if you remember, I started Vanderpump Rules. I gave them the cast because I had a few hundred people working for me at the time. I thought this was the group, you know, because they were so closely connected. But I wasn't really consulted, and everything was in such disarray at the time. I couldn't say, but for sure, I always wanted her to come back, always. But, you know, it was, sometimes time is a great healer. And I thought she would be great, and she was ready to play. And we were very happy to have her. And there was a definite feel-good factor about her coming onto the show. And we had a lot of fun together. And also, it felt right. She wanted to be for years. And she had a wonderful time with her family, for sure.
Right. I mean, you could see the growth, but you could still see a little old Stassi sprinkled in here and there, which I love. Have you seen an overwhelming amount? I mean, she's had 2 kids, you know, family and things like that. So obviously she's come a long way.
Yeah, she has. And she's responsible. And the Stassi, I mean, she's definitely still Stassi, which separates her from most people and says things that most people wouldn't even think of. I think you see that in the trailer. But yeah, there's an essence of responsibility for sure that has kind of continually grown, and responsibility. And I think Beau's very good for her. But she's playful. I have great banters with her. So, but yeah, she's not, you know, taking her clothes off and running into the water like she was when she first came to work for me. But no, she's essentially the same.
Right. And it seems like the two of you got along really well, too. This was definitely a good environment for the both of you.
Yeah, we did. And, you know, when she would sometimes try and kind of run out of Vanderpump Rules, I'd always say, come on, you've got this. It's a great opportunity for you. And I think I've seen that with some of the people in Vanderpump Rules over the years, that the potential they've had. And what they could do is just whether they choose to make the most of it or not. That's up to them. But yeah, looking at them all, they were all doing pretty good right now. Ariana's doing something great. Sheena was just on The Masked Singer. You know, the girls started their sandwich shop. Lala's doing well. Tom's been on. You know, that's good to see. And as I say, I love to see growth in young people, for sure.